What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. As a lot of y'all know, because of, like, if you've been here before, I like music. I love music. I love talking about music, and some of my most popular videos on this channel are about music. So I'm gonna talk about music. Can we get a music counter somewhere? I don't know how to edit. Never mind. As a person who has a large love for lyricism and a person who writes poetry themselves, I love, diving into songs, diving into, the wordplay, the meanings, things of that nature. And originally I was going to pick like the best of the best songs that, I've heard as far as, lyricism and thematic schemes and things along those lines. But there's just so many talented lyricists, and I didn't want to repeat on artists who I think have amazing songs in those aspects. So here's just 5 of them that I really fucking like, and we're just gonna go through them real quick, and hopefully I can maybe teach y'all something that y'all didn't know about these songs, or I can put y'all onto some songs that you might not have heard before. Enough yapping. I don't know what the fuck I got in my eye. First song, Fear by Kendrick Lamar, is probably my favorite song on Damn, and it's probably my top 10-ish favorite songs by him, period. Song begins with the bridge. Why God, do I gotta suffer? Pain in my heart, carry burdens full of struggle. Why God, do I gotta bleed? Every stone thrown at you, resting at my feet. Why God, do I gotta suffer? Earth is no more, won't you burn this motherfucker? After this bridge is rapped, it is rapped to us by Kendrick in reverse. This is where Kendrick starts to show like the shit that I really like about, just like lyricism and thematic, all that shit. He's rapping in reverse at this point, as in he's going back in time and we're delving into his past. Because once this bridge ends, we dive into the first verse where he's rapping from the perspective of his 7-year-old self. And the first line that he says, as far as he's talking about, his fears, because the song's called Fear, is his mother saying, "I beat your ass if you keep talking back." Talking back, the shit was reversing because we going back. Come on now, come on! And then this whole first verse is Kendrick rapping from the perspective of his 7-year-old self, listing all the things that his mom would beat his ass for, saying, don't mess your Jordans up, don't try running to your father about this, if you gonna fear somebody, it's gonna be me, basically. And we dove into the chorus where Kendrick says if he could smoke fear away, he would roll that motherfucker up and take 2 puffs. The signature classic puff puff pass. Getting rid of that shit after you blow it away. At least that's the best way that I can kind of interpolate that I don't fucking smoke. And then the second verse comes along, and this is Kendrick's perspective as a 17-year-old and all the things that he feared then. And the main thing that Kendrick was fearing as a 17-year-old was his own death, and that came from multiple different angles. Because as a 17-year-old in the hood, there are so many different ways that you're capable of dying, whether it be from getting set up by one of your homies, whether it be caught up in the crossfire of 2 other niggas arguing, whether that be from police brutality. Possibilities are endless. And then he concludes the verse with, all worries in a hurry, I wish I controlled things. He wishes he could control this environment that he's in. He wished he could get his way out of it, because this was at the time where he was at the hungriest, where he was trying to get signed and make something better for himself. And then in the third verse, his perspective at 27 years old is my personal favorite out of the whole song. This is where Kendrick questions if all the success that he's made through his career is a blessing from God or a test from God to see what he's going to do with it. He talks about his fear of losing all this wealth that he's brought for himself and how that could affect him and his family. He fears not only how the general public views him as an artist, but he also fears how the people in his life view him as a man because of the things that he's done. He even goes as far as expressing fear in the idea that fear itself is what's actually kept him alive to this point. And lastly, he ties in basically the whole album by listing multiple songs within the verse. I'm talking fear of losing loyalty from pride because my DNA won't let me involve in the light of God, which is also a reference to multiple Bible verses right there. But that's enough about that one. Song number 2 is also by another artist that I love very much so, another West Coast artist, Vince Staples, When Sparks Fly. This song is a love ballad about a gun from the perspective of a gun. She said, baby, keep me closely, love it when you hold me, know that I'm a real one, I don't do no ghosting. I know that you love me, you don't gotta show me off to the world, please hide me from the police. You're seeing it now. Everywhere you go, we together, inseparable. I'm down for whatever, protective of you. I don't want to use protection with you, but the glove will keep you safe if you ever get loose. Glove, condom, glove box, gun. You're getting it. You're seeing it. Never put you in a jam. Hold whatever for you. When you first shot your shot, I knew you would be the one to hit the spot. Only you can make it clap for the homies. I am not on the late nights, me and you circling the block trying to make it pot. Put that pussy nigga across the street from Cherry Park. Hope you don't get caught. Don't you break my heart. Love how you illuminate my thoughts, cause the sparks from the gun, from the head of the gun. Yeah. And then the song ends in a tragedy where Vince ends up locked up and his gun is at home waiting for him to return. Damn, can't believe they took you from me. Kicking in your front door looking for me. Hid me in our secret place. Nothing I could do for you but sit and wait. Contemplate. Did we leave a trail? Did we make mistakes? Can't drop on your bail. Can't check on your case. Cause she's a fucking gun. She can't post bail. Yeah. Know that you won't tell. That's why I'm afraid you'll probably never get to see the light of day. I'm ashamed to say I think I hate you now. We should have took him on a chase because I can't save you now. At least give me a chance to try to lay him down. Is you tripping? You forgetting that we made these vows? Still here I am, waiting around, dreaming that you're coming home. Right your wrongs, take me out. I can't wait until you bust it down. Probably go 100 rounds. That's poetry, my nigga. Like, I don't know what I think personifying things, at least at that level, is a really lost art form, especially when it comes to rap music. So I just really fucking appreciate that song. I think it's dope as fuck. I think Vince is dope as fuck. If you don't listen to Vince Staples, fix yourself. If you know me, you probably can guess what song number 3 is, because it's by my favorite artist of all time, and I personally think it's his best song of all time. Runaway, Kanye West. I think Runaway is like the perfect encapsulation, interpolation, whatever the word is, for what Kanye's career ultimately has been. The album My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is a concept of personifying the idea of fame and celebrity. And the song Runaway is him begging the fame to run away from him because he can't be the one that walks away from it. On this song, Kanye admits to his just undying need to be a contrarian in every aspect and every chance that he gets. With lines like, and I always find something wrong. When he says, see, I could have me a good girl and still be addicted to them hood rats, and I'll just blame everything on you. At least you know that's what I'm good at. That's kind of what he's alluding to. He can be put in these great positions, he can get these accolades, this, that, and the third, but he's still gonna find himself just doing the dumb shit that Kanye is known for. Mind you, this is the project that was released after the whole Taylor Swift thing happened, and then he went into hiding and he recorded that song about taking his own life, but never ultimately released it. And bro was in a dark time. This is kind of what came of it. And I think the third verse, the verse after Pusha T's, highlights that really well when he says, never was much of a romantic, I can never take the intimacy, and I know it did damage because the look in your eyes is killing me. I guess you knew of that advantage because you could blame me for everything, and I don't know how I'm gonna manage if one day you just up and leave. He knows that he don't need to be in the position that he's in, but he knows that he does, it's just not good for him. It's not good for the idea of famous celebrity itself, because it's just ultimately leading to this toxic relationship. And even though he's well aware of that, he doesn't know what life is like without it. So the fame is going to be what has to leave him, even though he knows that it won't. And then my favorite part of the song is the outro, where Kanye has a bunch of reverb and effects on his voice so you can barely make out what he's saying. And he says, I'm gonna be honest, and then just begins to murmur the general melodies of the song. So with Kanye saying, I'm gonna be honest, this is like, okay, this is the time that Kanye's saying what he really feels, what's really on his mind, how he really feels about the fame that he has and stuff. But it just ends up being murmurs of shit that you can't hear. But you heard the song already, so you know, you have an idea of what he's saying. You know what the words are supposed to be and how they're supposed to be coming out, but they're not coming out like that. It's just coming out as a bunch of bullshit that no one can really make out completely. And that's kind of just what Kanye is. It's like we have an idea of what you think and we kind of know what you're getting at because it's kind of wrapped within your music, but at the same time, what are you saying? And I think that's just, it's poetic as fuck. I love that. I love the fuck out of that. And I really think it's one of the best songs like ever. This next song, I'm gonna try to speed this up because I'm like really breaking down this stuff and I don't have a lot of storage on my phone and my phone's about to die. It's by another one of my favorite artists. This song is Heaven All Around Me by Saba. This is the concluding song on his album Care For Me, which is one of the best melancholic rap albums of the past decade, and I highly recommend you listen to it if you haven't. It is him rapping from the perspective of his cousin Walt, who was murdered and stabbed. So Saba is rapping in his perspective as a ghost. Like, I can see all these people trying to resuscitate me. I can see my family screaming and crying, hoping that I'm still alive. And I know it hurts that they can't hear me anymore, but ultimately I know I'm okay because there is heaven all around me. Interview, cut. Someone just bled out because they got cut. Chalk outline look like the shape of my shadow. Hand go right through the wall if I try to touch. Not gonna lie, first time around, I cried. Some friends that are gonna see this video like, damn nigga, you always crying about some shit. Just fuck up! And even though there are plenty of other songs that I would like to delve into because, you know, like I really enjoy doing this, I probably will in another video if y'all would like me to. The last song I'm going to do for this video is by another favorite artist. I have one of his shirts in my drawer. I'm not going to pull it out because I just folded everything. It is No Cable by IDK. Even though this song has came out 5 years ago at this point, I think it just ages better and better with time because it's a song that delves into the issues of short attention spans and screenagers and the lack of context, nuance, and depth that we get in a lot of our stories. And the song is just flipping and flipping and flipping through all these horrible things without delving into it at all. Mass shooting here, whatever gay people are doing here. Racial discrimination and things along those lines. We never really get to have these conversations because we're just flipping to the next thing over and over and over. And with all the TikTok-y brain rotted people out there, I think this song speaks a lot of volumes, more and more by the day. And sadly, I'm going to end the video here. I actually really enjoyed doing this. I'm not the best at breaking stuff down, but I hope I did at least halfway decent. And I hope you open your eyes possibly to something that you might not have known about songs that you may have liked, or just opened you up to a new song that you might not have heard. But phone storage is cooked. Phone battery is cooked. I'm finna get out of here. Gonna edit this, get it out soon. So like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys. I'm so glad to be back on the platform. Thank you for watching if you made it this far. Outro.
Two things I ain't ever seen. A nigga that beat a gun and bitch I need.